Brexit was meant to see Britain take back control of its borders and immigration. So has this happened? Vote in our poll. On Tuesday, an analysis published by British Future, a think tank which specialises in immigration and integration, showed that more non-EU foreign nationals are expected to come to the UK this year than before Brexit. The study showed the number of non-EU workers, students and families granted visas has already increased by more than 50% since the UK voted to leave the EU in 2016. Debating the issue on GB News on Tuesday morning, social integration specialist Dr. Akib Ehsan and former UK diplomat Alp Mehmet discussed whether the influx indicates whether or not Brexit has, in fact, allowed the government to take back control. Dr. Ehsan said, "When we're looking at our post-Brexit immigration system, what we're seeing is a decline on inward migration from predominantly white EU member states, and we're seeing rising levels of inward migration from English-speaking Commonwealth countries such as India, Pakistan, and Nigeria." It really dispels the myth that we have a white nationalist government, that's for certain. I think that in terms of the discussion about what kinds of immigration we're seeing, we have to make the point that, under the EU freedom of movement, predominantly white EU migrants were the beneficiaries of preferential treatment. And that was certainly a concern that was raised in Brexit voting areas such as Luton Slough, Hounslow, some of which are non-white majority wards, that voted for Brexit. So I think what's really interesting is that we're seeing that Brexit voters are not necessarily a monolithic bloc when it comes to immigration. You'll have some Brexit voters who are deeply concerned by rising levels of migration from non-EU countries such as India, Pakistan, Nigeria and the Philippines. While you have more internationalists who may be relaxed about migration coming from these countries. Host Patrick Christie's cut in here, saying, "I thought we were supposed to be having some kind of Australian-style points-based system, cherry-picking the cream of the crop from the international community and bringing them over here to fill certain areas of our society that need filling. Is there any evidence that that's happening?" Mr. Mehmet replied, "I don't think so. Frankly, you put your finger on it actually. A points-based system based on the Australian one? In fact, it was nothing of the sort, but that's neither here nor there. You say that more immigration is bound to come because we're no longer attracting them from the EU. Well, 2 points on that. Firstly, let's not forget that there were a lot more EU nationals here than we were led to believe. We were told there were about 3.5 million, when it came to the EU settlement scheme we actually had 6 million. The brightest and the best? I don't think so. It's the cheapest I think that we are after, not the brightest, and the best in the least. That is my feeling.